Government of India, a lot of policies they came out, Startup India programs and a lot of incentives, tax incentives also they are giving, and also they are through Niti Aayog they are also enabling a lot of the initial funding, and also a lot of grants are also coming from the Department of Science and Technology, Department of Ministry of Information Technology and all that. These grants are also useful for many startups when they are incubating a new idea. So many people, they don't want to dilute their equity. That's where these grants will be useful for these startups. Take those grants and develop the product, and then you go to the angel forums or venture capitalists for getting the new money into the company, not diluting too much of their equity. So that's where the policies of the Government of India, policies of the some of the state governments, for example, state of Telangana state, they have created a T-Hub, which is a very good incubator where a lot of startups are going there because they get the complete 360-degree help for the startups, this thing. So that's where the role of the government is very, very important. Normally what we see in the Succeed Innovation Fund when we are assessing a startup, first of all, whether there is a unique USP is there, unique proposition is there in the product or whatever the solution. Then is it scalable, and what are the founders' due diligence? Because many founders, they are affiliate. I've seen many of them they actually siphoned off the money, not following the governance procedures. All those issues are also coming. So we want to make sure that the founders, the credibility, we do a lot of due diligence on the founders. If the founders are good, we invest in the founders. We may not invest in the technology or product. If founders are good, always they can switch over to some other line and make the company successful. Each startup, it's a challenging thing for them. Most of the early stage startups, they struggle for funding because most of the VCs and angel forums, they don't invest if you are not in a revenue ready or if you don't have customers for your product. That's where I'm trying to get the high net worth individuals. So HNIs actually, they look at the founding members, and recently, for example, we had a India Startup Festival where we invited a large number of HNIs. On the first day of the conference itself, many HNIs gave 150 term sheets to very early stage startups. So that's a good indication. Though you don't have revenue per se in the company, though you don't have customers, this thing, the founders are good and technology is good. There are large number of HNIs in the country where they want to invest in those early stage startups. These technologies are changing very rapidly. Today, whatever is new technology, it may not be there next year, and whatever next year technologies, it may not be there for the second year. So this kind of technology disruptions are happening. It's an opportunity for startups. For example, a new technology, a new startup can take the technology and build a new solution. So that's an opportunity. At the same time, there is a threat to the existing startups unless they move on to quickly to the new technologies and providing the new innovations and all that thing. They think that whatever the product which I built using the current technology, if that is good enough, then they may not get new customers. So it is a continuous process of investigating into the what new technologies are going to come, how you adopt new technologies to provide a better solution, more productivity for your end customers. Software Technology Parks of India definitely made a significant role in promoting the IT industry in India. Earlier, during the license laws, to get a import license for a computer, we used to take more than 1 year, 2 years, things like that. And also duties used to be 300%, 350% and all that. That's the reason why many NRIs who came to start some IT companies, they returned back to America or Europe and all that. That was during the license laws. But fortunately, during Rajiv Gandhi, when he was the Prime Minister of this country, they brought the Software Technology Park scheme into the country. That's where they gave all the approvals, single window approvals to one agency, and I was fortunate that I was the founding director for the Software Technology Parks of India at Bangalore, and that was the first pilot. We piloted on Texas Instruments.
That was the first STPI scheme company. So Texas Instruments want to set up a development center in India. They demanded all the licenses should be given across the table. They need a satellite communication from India to USA. All those things have been, we created that ecosystem through the Software Technology Park. After seeing the success story of Texas Instrument Development Center in Bangalore, many multinational companies like Hewlett Packard, Digital, IBM, they all came. That's how the Bangalore city became the Silicon Valley of India. Now the Software Technology Park scheme spread to Hyderabad, Pune, Bhubaneswar, Gurgaon, Trivandrum, and all these places. Now the whole country got benefited because of the Software Technology Park. This thing today, multi-billion-dollar export industry has been created with the help of the Software Technology Park pan-India, and so many millions of people got jobs, and so many millions of families are getting benefited. Today we are talking about $1 trillion economy. It's all IT-driven economy. You take Bangalore city or Hyderabad city or Pune or Chennai, they are all IT-driven economies. So not only the employment, the wealth creation, and also the brand visibility for India. Wherever you go, India is good in software, India is good in IT. That kind of a brand India has got because of the IT, and STPA played a critical role in the beginning.